I'm not a big fan of horror movies. Honestly, if I was to list my favorite genres of movies, horror will never be in the top 10. So I don't really care for it. But I like some horrors. The kind of horrors that are not trying to scare you. The kind of horrors that just show you some unsettling things. You see some things that just make you shiver, but they're not trying to scare you. They're just trying to horrify you. Yes, that's the kind of horror I like. And honestly, that is what this film gave me. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. In this video, I want to talk about Late Night with the Devil. This film follows the story of a talk show host that his show is about to get cancelled and he wants to get good ratings by any means so that his show won't get cancelled. That's the basic plot of this film. And we see this man on his last show as he goes all out. Basically, he does some crazy things that he shouldn't do on TV. And yeah, it leads to some very, very horrific scenes. And wow, it's just beautiful to watch. Beautiful in a very, very creepy way. There are a lot of things I like about this show. First off is the way it was filmed. It was filmed like it was broadcasted on TV, and I feel like that added to the overall immersiveness of it, and it made it even much more realistic because you are seeing this thing, you are hearing the audiences laugh, you are seeing this talk show host as he's presenting and is doing his talk show host thingy. You are seeing all these things playing out, and it makes you feel like you are watching a show, and that's something that added to the immersiveness. Like I said, added to the immersiveness of the show and made it feel so realistic. At some point, I was like, did this really happen? And he started making me question if everything that happened in this movie really happened. And I feel like that was a job well done by the filmmakers. And man, that was something that just added to the overall horrifying factor of it here. And like I said, it's like you're watching a show. We are seeing the show. We are yet to watch this show. And from the beginning, they promised us some things. Like when, for instance, let me use wrestling as an analogy. Like if you go to see a wrestling match, like maybe like a WrestleMania match, you won't see the title match immediately. They'll show you some small matches before the main event, and that is how a show should feel like, and that is how this show felt like. Like this late night show, that was how it felt like. We first started seeing some small minor appearances, and it started going on till we got to the main event. And I feel like that added to the pacing of the film. It made it much more realistic and it made it much more intense because you are waiting for this thing that is inevitable. You are just patiently waiting and waiting, and when it comes, it doesn't feel rushed. It feels like you have earned this thing, and as to the overall realistic feeling of it and the intense feeling of it as well. Man, they did a lot of things right with this movie. And I can't talk about this movie without talking about David Dasmalchian's performance. I think that's how I pronounce his name. Dasmalchian. Yeah. If I'm butchering the name, I'm sorry. But I can't talk about this film without talking about his performance. I've always seen David Dasmalchian in like smaller roles. I don't think I've seen him as a leading man before. I've only seen him like a supporting actor or side actor. But in this film, he's the lead actor. He's the one that is anchoring this story. And man, his performance as a lead man is just wow, superb to watch. He was able to portray this guy that is a talk show host in a very, very charismatic way. Because talk show hosts are known to be charismatic. So he had that charisma with him. He portrayed this so effortlessly. And moments when we were getting behind the scenes look, when he wasn't performing for the audience, he also had this desperation, the kind of desperation that comes from someone that knows his show is about to get cancelled. He plays it so effortlessly and he just communicates all the feelings that you expect to feel from watching this man. And his performance is one of the best things about this movie. He does it so well. I have not seen him play a role like this before, and honestly, it was so refreshing and it was just great in the role. And not just him, the side actors as well. The little girl that plays the possessed child, the skeptic, the everyone. Honestly, everyone did a good job in portraying their roles and bringing this story to life. And the way it was filmed, like I said, just added to the overall creepy factor of this film. And that's what I like about this film is that it's not like other horror stories or horror movies that makes use of jump scares, like just want to scare you, blah, those kinds of things. It's not like that. It's not like when a character will open a door and something will be hiding behind the door, stuff like that. You don't get all those silly jump scares. You just get some images that are just very, very horrifying. Some things that just play out and just makes you very, very unsettled. And it's just wow. I was shaking. Maybe not literally shaking, but I was just feeling so uneasy while watching this because there are a lot of things that were just so off, so creepy about the whole thing. And to me, that's what makes the horror of it so good. They are not trying to scare you, they're just trying to let you see some horrific shit, some creepy terrifying shit happening, and it just works, and it just makes this movie a very very good movie. And there's something that they did in this film that scared me, that made me feel like these people are fucking with me. It was when, I'm sorry for giving spoilers, but I just want to add more context to what I'm saying. The skeptic guy hypnotizes everybody, and when he does that and you see the things that follow, I'm like, wait, what the fuck is going on? What is real? What is not real? And I love that aspect of it. I like that the film can fuck with me and just make me start questioning the movie. Like after the movie ended, I was like, hmm, wait, if this was this, like I was just questioning a lot of things. I'm trying to be vague without giving spoilers. That's why I'm not being very particular to what I'm trying to say. But that's just the idea of it. It was just mind fuck, honestly. And it was just making me think after watching this film. And that's another thing that just made me appreciate this film. Honestly, if I think about it, I can't really say anything that I didn't like about this film. It was just wow. It was unexpected. I did not see the trailer. I didn't know what to expect. I went to it blind, and man, it was just one hell of an experience. And I loved watching this film. Honestly, like I said, I don't care for horror movies, but man, I loved this one. If you're not a fan of horror movies, check this one out. You might not necessarily love it, but you feel like you're watching something different and to add to your enjoyment of the film. And if you're an horror fan, my G, definitely check this one out. It will satisfy all your weird cravings. So yes, have you seen Late Nights with the Devil? What you think about it? Comment below and let me know. And if this is your first time on my channel, please subscribe to my channel for more contents like this. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Cheers.